Hi, it's me again. Sorry, I'm here on your YouTube channel again. Before I start doing something here and tell you what this video is about, I just want to put a little clip in here before, and it is showing my poppies from my garden. I'm not a big gardener and I don't have many flowers in my garden, but these poppies come year after year after year. And right now they are on full bloom and they are so in your eye catching, so you can't believe it. Red. And that is why I thought they fitted nicely in here in this video here. So I will just, it's a small clip, so it will come after this and then we can get started here. Yeah, let us start all over again. A warm welcome to you here who has found this video here, and those of you who are interested in the word challenge, this video also is for you. The word challenge is a year-long challenge hosted by Rita Summers in Tasmania. It's not my challenge, but I'm doing her challenge this year like she was doing mine last year. It isn't an easy challenge for a Danish-speaking person. It's a word challenge, as I said, and every time Rita picks up a word from a pot, and some of the words I know, and some of the words, oh yes, they are right up my ball game. But many times I don't know the words, and I don't know what they mean, and since I'm not a word person, I have a hard time getting my brain in gear for a word and then think, how can I interpret that word to something in embroidery? But I do the best I can. Another thing is I have decided only to use red, white and black here this year, and that is perhaps also shooting myself in the foot, but I will do what I have set of rules for myself and continue. And at one point, I ain't filming every week because this video word comes up every Saturday, 11 o'clock in summertime and 9 o'clock in wintertime. And very often I'm not home in Saturdays because I'm teaching or out with friends. So we are doing something, my hobby and I, and so it must be. But once in a while, I have time to do it, and I have that today. I have been saving this red cardboard for many years. I was making cards for many years ago, and at one point I was making Christmas cards, but I luckily had so many left of them so I could make a simple pamphlet stitched book. That means I could make two because we only into week 23 now. This week is 23 and it is already, you can see, that fat. So I have placed my previous weeks here, and I have written the week and what the word was on the back here, and not much more explanation than that. So they are living there, and that is quite nice to have them sitting there. And this was the last week, and that was pear. And now for the, I will put that away now, because now I can tell you what the word is for this week here. And the word is loose. And yeah, I know that word, that's not such a strange word, but yeah. In Danish, we have a saying that you are loose on the thread, and that means you are a naughty girl, if you know what I mean. Loose, you can cut yourself loose from things. You can we also have another saying that you're when you get older, you got a little more loose in the flesh. That means the gravity is coming onto you. Your breast is hanging more, and your cheeks are falling down, and your eyelids are also. So we call that loose in in the flesh, if I should translate it. I know you probably have other words for that, but I don't think I can use that. But and I don't want to interpret anything by a girl that's loose on the thread. But loose threads I can relate to, because anybody who has been with me here for a while know I like to tear fabrics, and sometimes I buy 5 meters of white or off-white fabric and tear them up in squares by 20 by 20 or 40 by 40 centimeters, because I dye them and I print on them and I do many things on them. And while I do that to 5 meters of fabric, I end up with this. And I have been saving them because I've been thinking about using them for something, but so far they have been ended up in some minor collages and so. But I think I will use this bird's nest here today in my word loose challenge. So this is the materials I will go for, and then I will use something else, I think. And here is my substrate, black. And I have already nearly invisible based something under here, because I like to have a more steady surface to stitch into, especially today, because I don't think I would put fabric on here. So that is also what I will be using, and some threads, and that is what I will go for. And the last little pip I want to say, if you are new here, my name is Lisbeth. I'm Danish, so pardon my rusty, bumpy English, but you can probably understand what I'm saying, or you can see what I'm doing. And I have on several occasions been asked, how can I support you? You can support me. I have made me a Ko-fi account, and that is linked below here in the video for using that if you want to, and in any way, don't feel obligated. Under the little word here, the link is, and there also is a link for a playlist where the other weeks where I made this word challenge is, and there are some other links, and everything else I'm talking to about linking to something you can find under the little word more on in the description box, or what you can call it. It looks different on depending on what device you're on. But enough of me, blah 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 blah. Let us get started. I like to use the invisible basting stitch here to sew this on, and that is a very easy stitch, and it is very good for basting two pieces of fabric together without seeing some running stitches or anything. So I've taken a black thread, and I just come up and go a couple of threads back and come up about 1 centimeter ahead of me. I've shown you this so many times, so bear with me. But you never know if there's a new one looking. And again, you just come up 1 centimeter ahead of you, go down a couple of threads, and it's nearly impossible to see here in the black. But when I show you the back side here now, you can see long stitches on the back and very small stitches here on the front. Don't pull too much on your thread, because if you pull too much you will probably make small indentations, and then the stitch will be more visible, and I don't like that. And yeah, more loose threads here. You can of course cut them off. There. So now I have my fabric ready for whatever I am going to do. So I have placed all my threads here, and I think they are lying very nice there. And yeah, I have to stitch them down somehow. But before I do that, I think I would just give them, not them, but put a little glue some places, not to hold this permanent because it won't hold anything permanent, but just while I'm working on it. And yeah, you can maneuver around with them still. So I think perhaps this is okay, perhaps just a little there. I don't want to squeeze them up too much either. I want them to be loose as the prompt was here for this week here. There. I think this is okay. I like the ones that go in a little over there like this. So I could take a thread and couch it down some places, but I think I will just let it be here. I was thinking about many things, but I have this kind of cord here. It is a cord you can see being used in, if you have curtains, you have to pull them to the side or pull them so you, if you're going to sleep at night and you want to have it dark, you can pull them so you cover your windows. And often there are these kind of strings, especially in these curtains. There are like some zigzag ones. I don't know what it's called. Then you can do it like this, and then they can go up and down, and they end up at the top of the window just like a small chunk here. And if you get loose, you can it can fall down. And that is, this kind of thread was, our cord is for that. At one point I was a board member of the Danish Yarn Association. It has closed now because there wasn't so much need for it anymore, but when it was started in 1998, the world looked much more different. And it was started for professional weavers and knitters and other textile people, so they could get interesting yarns with different qualities, or they had different things they could do. For instance, we had wool yarns there was spun too hard or twisted so hard. So we had S and Z yarns, so when you knitted with them and you put them in water, your knitting would go that way or that way, and that way you could make some incredible knitted things. We had yarns that melted when you put heat on with your, or hot air with your iron on it, and many other very strange yarns with very different qualities or things they could do. And I have many things left from that time, and I have a big spool of this here, and I also have one in black. And it is so nice to use for couching down, because it doesn't spring, but it has some kind of memory, so you can to go around with it. So I was thinking about perhaps placing it here on top somehow, and I don't quite know how yet. I think I will have to practice a little so it can lie so I like it. But something like this, and you can see it has a little will of its own. So but perhaps something like this. But I think I will just start couching it down, the first one, and then I will see how it goes. And I will cut it off here because I think right now it is attached to the spool. And I don't think I want so it makes it more difficult for me to rumble around. And for now I will just make a knot here at the end there. So let us see if I can do this. I don't think it would work very nice if I put pins. Oh, I have my needle in my mouth, sorry. I don't think it would work very nice if I put pins on, but let us see here. And couching is just, overcast stitch, you can see there. The tricky part is not to get entangled with the white thread and get some nice curves on the cord. I haven't done this. Yeah, I've been couching this down many times before, but I haven't done it on a layer of so many loose threads. There the word was again, loose. I think I will see if I can keep it there. Oh, and no knots here. I'm not in the mood for that right now. Yeah, let me see. Yeah. And now I have to go over. Yeah, I think I just stitched through one of the cords now, but I don't think that matters. And that is what I don't want, these to go in my stitching. There. That is fine. But I will continue a little more and show it to you when I've been stitching a little more. This coat really has its will of its own, and that is why I've reached until here, and I'm going to put the stitches on for the last piece of it, and to see if I can get it to lie as I want. I just put some needles up from the back. You can see they are sitting there, and now I will see if I can stitch with them sitting there without getting pinched myself, or if that is possible. And where was I? Here I was coming until here. And another thing I found out, instead here now I'm pulling it through and get tangled up in these, I put it that way because then, yeah, I don't know why, but it works better. So there and there and on the other side. And now I have here where they are lapping over. There. Down here. think I will have to cut some of them off here, because I don't like to have them over the red line, but I think I can take care of that later. Give it a manicure. Oh, that was the wrong way. I have already been there. I ought to go up here. Now I better understand. So here's where I'm going up. There will just be some thread on the back line, but on the back side, but I don't mind. And now I'm also running out of thread. There. There. Not in there. But I will sew a little more, and I think it works. This one I can needle, a pin I can take out. So I will be back in a second. So now this cord is sitting there, and I want to have a knot here at the end. Here. Let's see if I can come up so close here. I get at the other end there and pull in it. There. I think it's okay, and then I'll take my big scissor and cut it off there. There's something in here in the cord. I don't know if it's plastic or what it is. It probably is, because it has this a little like a memory effect or spring effect. Yeah. But now it is looking like this, and I don't think the threads, the white thread, is running anywhere, and I can take some of them out if I think they are too much, but I like the look of it here. But I was thinking of, right now it is like invisible basting I have done, and I wonder if it would look different if I put some straight stitches over it, so it would be a little more visible, perhaps. So let us see here. I'll start down here. I've taken a more chunky cotton thread here, like this. Maybe it doesn't need that at all, but I think it is missing something. No, I don't like that. I think I will drizzle some small cross stitches instead inside here some places. This looks, no, that doesn't look nice. And that again, that's a woman's right to say no, and I don't like it, I don't want it, and back off and decide to do what she wants to do, if you know what I mean. So let's try this instead. But again, there's a big risk for me get tangled up here in the white threads. And cross stitches you probably all can do. Yeah, I like that better. Not many, but just drizzle some all over the place. Again, turn it over. so I don't hang on to the white threads. Yeah, but I will sew a lot more of them, and then I can show it to you. Oop. Yeah. This is a big hot mess, but they are loose. So done and dusted, and even though it looks like a hot mess, I really like it. I like the areas here where you can see the black here, and I can still maneuver it around, and I also like it here in the areas where it's loose and it's just sitting there. The glue is yeah, I don't the small amount of glue I put on, you can't see her, and I don't think it is holding anything much, but that is how it looks on the back. But it will be sitting in my book, so I don't care if it's flapping a little around, and so it must be. So I will just take turn it over here, and I want this side up here, there, and take my double-sided tape and take this here and place it here. Yeah, now there's a knot there, but I don't think that matters. Just burnish it a little more down here. And see if I can lift it up. Yeah. Somehow this tape is easier to peel off. Last year I struggled a lot with the tape, and I don't think I have struggled nearly so much this year here. So just down with it there. And you can see now this is flapping around because I was touching it, but and there's sitting a little something there I don't want. So that will be that. Just give it some dabs here, there, and that will be all right. So I think now there's 33 in here, and there's 54 weeks, I think, in this year. I don't know if there's, or is there 56? I can't remember right now, but I think next week I will start the new book up, because there are not more than 56 weeks. I think I'll look at my calendar here when I'm done. But I will take a close-up of this at the end of the video, and then I will kiss you a proper goodbye. I hope you have been inspired by looking at me making this word challenge here, and it could have ended up in many other ways than that this piece here. And you can see that if you're a member of the group, where we can show our pieces. But I think the funny thing is, when you get such a word and you start thinking, sometimes it goes like put, and I have the idea, but most of the times it doesn't go like this. But today I think it came quite easy to me, and you perhaps will interpret it much differently than I have. But if you have liked my video, please give it a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you a dime. And please consider subscribing my little Danish channel. That is also for free. There's a lot of inspiration to look at. You can find the playlists and find the subjects that interest you, and look at them and skip the rest. So that is all I will say here now. But else, yeah, hit the notification bell if you want to know when new videos are coming up, or give me a comment. I will gladly answer anything you ask me. And I always try to do that. So stay playful and creative the best you can. And please, please take care of yourself and people around you. And not but least of all, please, please be nice to everybody. That is all I can ask for. So bye and bye for now, and see you in another video. I don't know if I am home next Saturday. I can't quite remember. I do know I am going out teaching here for the next 3 days here, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. We have our local evening school are having a summer vacation school, you can say, for 3 days, and I'm teaching an embroidery and some easy ways to paint or print and dip your fabrics into things. And then they are going to make a long scroll. So that will be a party, I'm sure. But for now, take care and see you soon again. Hi.